Hello and welcome to another video. It's time for another haul video, and I genuinely thought April wasn't going to be as big of a haul. I was wrong, so I'm not gonna dawdle. I'm just gonna get stuck in. I'm gonna do ebooks and audiobooks first, and then we'll move on to everything else. So the first ebook I got was Until My Last Breath by Sue Allerton. I'm going to be completely honest, can't remember what this is about, but I read the synopsis, liked the sound of it, and it was like 99p, so I got it on Kindle. The next ebook I got was Over My Dead Body, Murder at Eurovision by Christoph Fischer. This is one of the books that I am using for one of my prompts or countries on a Eurovision-a-thon, and it was only like $2.99 on Kindle, so I got this one. And then I also got The Good, the Bad and the Worst by Jeff Tibbles. This is the other ebook that I needed to get for one of the countries on Eurovision-a-thon. Again, this was very cheap on Kindle. I think it was like £1 or £2, so I couldn't really pass it up. And this one is like moments from Eurovision, so it's one I'm going to love because I absolutely adore Eurovision. Next up we have The Kingdom of Back by Marie Lu. I was originally going to get this one from the library. It's one of the books that I'm using for a country on Eurovision-a-thon again. I was going to get it from the library, but my library doesn't appear to have this. It's like the only Marie Lu book that isn't in my library, either on like ebook, audiobook or physical. So it was $2.99 I think, so it's not too bad, but hopefully I like it. But yeah, I got this one. And then the final ebook I got was Flames of Chaos by Amelia Hutchins. Again, I'm going to be completely honest, I have no idea what this one's about. Can't remember, but it was 79p and it sounded really good when I read the blurb, so I got it. I think this might be fantasy romance. I could be wrong, so don't take my word for that, but I think it's fantasy romance, maybe. And then I got 3 audiobooks. 2 of them I do have physical copies, so I'm just going to hold them up just for ease. I got Wind Witch by Susan Dennard. Obviously, I am currently taking part in the Witchlands along, as is my mum, and my mum's just finding it easier to follow along with the audiobook, as am I on a reread. So I got the next one, which is technically our April book, but my mum finished it today and I haven't even started it yet, so yeah. And then also I got House of Earth and Blood by Sarah J Maas, which is the first book in the Crescent City series. I am very soon doing a reread of this. I'm buddy reading it with Liv, who has not read it before. And I thought if I just get the audiobook, I do enjoy the Sarah J Maas audiobooks. So if I get the audiobook, I can follow along with the audiobook and have a new experience reading it. And then the third audiobook I got was Saint's Blood by Sebastian de Castell. I believe this is the 3rd book in the Greatcoat series, which I have the first 2 on audiobook, so it only made sense to get this when I saw it on an offer. So I'm now going to move on to gifted. So first off, I was gifted Lycanthropy and Other Chronic Illnesses by Kristen O'Neill. This was sent to me by the publisher Quirk Books. I'm hoping to get to it very soon because Quirk do ask that you post your reviews within a month of release, and this come out on the 27th of April. So I am going to try and fit this on my Royal Readathon TBR, which is at the end of May, so that I can get the review written up and posted before that month is up. Obviously you're not obligated to do it within the month, but I like to try and stick to that month. So yeah, very looking forward to this. I don't know if I will be able to fit it on, but I'm gonna have a little look and see if I can. Next up, I was gifted The Deep Sea Duke by Lauren James by Beth over at Booksnest, so thank you Beth for this. Beth did a Amazon wishlist gifting thread for Easter, and I bought Beth and someone else a book, and Beth bought me this, so thank you. And then Emma, who is in Jade's Patreon Discord, and I think also in Steph's, and maybe Ashley and Becca, I can't remember. But Emma bought me a couple of birthday presents, and they came after my birthday, so they missed out on being on the birthday haul. But they like, it proper got me when this arrived, because I was not expecting it. It was quite a big box, and I was like, what is this? So first up, Orion Lost by Alistair Chisholm. This is like a middle grade sci-fi, and I have heard nothing but good things about it, so I'm excited to read this. And then, because Emma had seen that I had just finished reading the first book, and it's one of their favourite series, we have A Porson and Lyriel by Garth Nix, which are the second and third books in the Old Kingdom series. I'm very excited to continue this series. I really enjoyed my reread of Sabriel. I enjoyed it a lot more the second time around, and I feel like it's actually stuck with me this time. So yeah, I'm very happy to be owning the next two books in the series, and I absolutely love these editions. Like, the original covers are gorgeous, and usually I'm not someone who likes cover changes, but this is a completed series, so it's not so bad. But I do actually prefer these editions, so yeah. So thank you, Emma, for these. Next up, we're going to move on to Book Box Books. That's not easy to say, is it? So April was Tales by Mail month. I'm not sure if I've mentioned this before, because I have mentioned Tales by Mail before, but Tales by Mail is a bi-monthly box, so obviously it's every other month, but we got 3 books. Usually we get 2 books, but this month we got 3 books. So we got The Weather Weaver by Tamsin Morey. I've heard a few people talking about this, so I am looking forward to reading this one. I think most out of the 3. Then we have Melt by Ellie Fountain. I've literally not heard anything about this, but I feel like the theme for this month's box was, I can't actually remember what the theme was, but it was something to do with like saving the environment, obviously, because weather, melt, there we go. And then the third book was Hope Jones Saves the World by Josh Lacey. Again, this looks just like a Save the World thing, obviously, and I'm looking forward to it. These should be very fun, quick reads. Then we had the March Fairy Loot book, which was The Bright and the Pale by Jessica Rubinkowski. I love this edition, and this one sounds really interesting, so I'm hoping to get to it soon. But at the same time, I want to kind of save it, because this would be perfect for Polathon. But Polathon isn't until like probably February. It's usually February, I think, so I don't know if I'll wait that long. And then my April Fairy Loot actually arrived on the last day of April, so it counts. So if you don't want to see what the April book is, just skip ahead like 10 seconds, and it is The Prison Healer by Lynette Noni. So again, it's a really good edition, and I've heard a lot of people talking about this recently. So I've seen this on NetGalley. I'm going to put it down in case people skipped ahead because of spoilers for it. So I saw it on NetGalley and was like, no, you can't request anything else until you've read some of what you've already got. So I didn't request it, but now I have it, so thanks Fairy Loot. And then these are not part of the monthly boxes. These were what I purchased separately, but they literally came and they're beautiful. And this is Days of Blood and Starlight and Dreams of Gods and Monsters by Laini Taylor. These are the second and third book in the Daughter of Smoke and Bone trilogy. I have the first one here, which I got the box, and then I jumped on the chance to get the pre-order of this. And let's just appreciate all 3 next to each other. Like, beautiful. Next up, let's go for pre-orders. Let's get pre-orders out of the way, and then we'll talk about what I just bought for the sake of buying. So first up, we have Destination Anywhere by Sarah Bernard. I have the arc of this. I haven't read it yet because I was waiting until near a release date, and then release date just come around far too quickly. I love Sarah Bernard's books. It is absolutely no secret at all. So I'm very excited for something new from her. Next up, we have Vulture by Bex Hogan, and I'm not ready for this book in any way, shape or form. This is the final book in the Isles of Sorrow and Storm and Sorrow trilogy. These books have ripped my heart out, but I've also absolutely adored them, and I've heard so many amazing things about this one, so I'm looking forward to getting stuck in eventually. I'm kind of putting it off because I'm scared, but I will read it. Then we have Lost in the Neverwoods by Aidan Thomas. I still have not read Cemetery Boys. I have it up there on that top shelf up there where you can't see. But I haven't read it yet. And now I'm kind of thinking, let's just save it for Halloween. But this is a Peter Pan retelling, which, this is me. Peter Pan retelling. Yes. So excited to read this. Then we have one of my most anticipated books. I'm so excited because I absolutely love the first 3 of this, and this actually wasn't due to come out until the 13th of May. They've now brought it forward to the 6th of May, but my copy came like on the 30th of April, and that's Heartstopper Volume 4 by Alice Oseman. I can't say anything other than I absolutely adore this graphic novel series, and I cannot wait to dive in to Volume 4. Cannot wait. And then the final pre-order was The Way of the Argosy by Sebastian de Castell. I have the entire Spellslinger series in hardback, so there was literally no way I was not pre-ordering the hardback of this. This is the prequel, and I believe there is going to be a sequel to this, so it's going to be a prequel duology to this series. It follows Ferius, who's like one of my favourite characters, and I'm very excited to get into this, but I do need to finish the last 2 of this series first. I know this is a prequel, but I'm determined to finish the main series before I dive into this. Okay, now's the bit that isn't as fun. This is just stuff I've bought. I'm going to start off with the ones that I can kind of justify first. So I got the new hardbacks of A Court of Mist and Fury, A Court of Wings and Ruin, and A Court of Frost and Starlight, purely so I could put the Illuma crate dash jackets on. And they came at the very beginning of April. So yeah, I now have 2 lots of hardbacks and the paperbacks of this series. I did say kind of justify. Next up, we have Norma by Sophie Oksanen. This is my pick for Estonia for Eurovision-a-thon, and I didn't really want to buy books for Eurovision-a-thon. I wanted to stick to library, Audible, things like that. However, this was £2.99 on Amazon, so I could not pass this up, and this cover is absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, I got this one. That one's a bit more justifiable. And this one, my justification is purely the fact that the first 2 books in this series are absolutely incredible, and there was no way I was not ordering the 3rd as soon as it was released, and that is The Crown of Gilded Bones by Jennifer L. Armentrout. This is the 3rd book in the Blood and Ash series, if you didn't know. And I stupidly did not put this on my May TBR. So this is going on my June TBR, and it will be probably the first thing I read in June, and I cannot wait. I'm so excited, especially after how the 2nd book ended. There is literally no justification for the rest of the books in this video. It is purely, I went on a shopping trip, my first Waterstones trip since December, and went a little crazy. And then there was like a couple of books that I wanted to get in Waterstones, but they didn't have them. So I then went on Amazon and ordered them because they weren't available on Waterstones online either. So I did that. So on my shopping trip, I went into the works first and I picked up the Whitby Witches by Robin Jarvis. This, I'm not gonna lie, it is purely because it was the 3rd book on a 3 for £5 deal. It sounded really good. It sounds like a middle grade mystery, thrillery, monster type thing, and I'm like, okay, I am intrigued. So I picked this one up as my 3rd book. And then also in the works, I picked up Percy Jackson, The Demigod Files by Rick Riordan. This is a very short book. It's just like little bits and pieces like Interview with Percy Jackson, Son of Poseidon. There's little fact sheets about the Greek gods. And I got 2 of these because I got one for my mum. So there's the 3 for £5. Then I went in Waterstones and I bought 6 books because I have no control. So first up, I picked up Pages & Co. Tilly and the Book Wanderers by Anna James. I have heard so many amazing things about this series, so I thought, you know what, screw it, I'm going to buy the first one because I'm really interested in this book and I'm excited to read it. Gonna be completely honest, all but one of the books I bought on that shopping trip, all of them but one, were middle grade. Next up we have Me, My Dad and the End of the Rainbow by Benjamin Dean. This I've heard everyone raving about, and oh, that's pretty. So I was gonna pick it up anyway, but this is actually going to be the middle grade monthly book for June, so I was like, I'll pick it up. Plus it was on the buy one get one half price, so there was no way I was not picking this up. Then we have Rameses by Radia Hafiza. This one sounds really good. It's like a twist on the Rapunzel story. So it's got Rameses, let down your hijab. So I'm very excited about this. I believe this also has a slight twist on Cinderella and Sleeping Beauty. I could be wrong, but it's definitely Rapunzel retelling and I'm very excited for this. And yeah, also on buy one get one half price. Then I picked up Strange Worlds Travel Agency and Strange Worlds Travel Agency, The Edge of the Ocean by LD Lipinski. This one was on the buy one get one half price. This one I just picked up because I read an e-arc of this one last year and really enjoyed it. So I thought I would pick myself up a finished copy and pick up the second one while I was at it because I haven't read this one yet and I'm looking forward to it. Like, look at the cover. It looks so exciting. Oh, yeah, I'm ready for this. And then the non-middle grade book I picked up is Sleeping Giants by Sylvain Nouvel. So I've heard many people talk about this. It's sci-fi and sci-fi? I think it's sci-fi. Yeah, sci-fi. And I'm intrigued by it. It's like mostly told in like file cases and like interviews. So it should be a pretty quick read when I do actually get to it. Then I was also hoping to pick this one up in Waterstones, however they did not have it, and that is Tristan Strong Punches a Hole in the Sky by Kwame Ombalia. This is the middle grade monthly book for May. I don't actually know if I will get to it in time for middle grade monthly, but I do still really want to read it. It sounds amazing and I'm just really intrigued by it, so I picked it. Well, I couldn't pick it up, so I just went out of my way and ordered it online. And then I was also hoping to get this one in Waterstones, however they did not have it, and that is The Mercies by Kieran Millward Hargrave. I own all of her books in paperbacks. This, as you can tell, is a hardback, and that is because I looked up the paperback to see when it was coming out, and it comes out in a few months. However, the cover is different, and I'm not a massive fan of the cover. Whereas I absolutely adore this cover. So I just decided to get it in hardback. I know they will not match my other Kieran books, but that is a hit I'm willing to take because I really enjoy this cover. So yeah. And then when I was placing the order for those two, I saw another book which I did not know the paperback existed yet. And that is A Secret of Birds and Bone by Kieran Millward Hargrave. So I can now say I do own all of her books again, because these were the only two I didn't own. I did not know this one was out in paperback yet, and apparently it only come out on the 1st of April in paperback. But yeah, I'm very excited to read this one as well. I love Kieran's books. These are the only two I have not read yet, and I'm very excited to read them. So yeah. So that was all of them. I'm not going to count them. If you want to count them, feel free. Please don't tell me. I don't want to know. I have no idea where any of these are going to go. Look, there's not even space for Heartstopper Volume 4. No idea. I'm going to have to rearrange again and I don't know. So I'll come back to you when I've like finished crying about that. I'm kidding. But yeah, if you have read any of these and you think I should prioritize any in June, because my May is kind of already planned, let me know in the comments below. But I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you next time. Bye.